going to ask the commissioners to accept a grant first. So this is the annual 2021 state fiscal year 2021. Boy, having a difficult time with that. It is the annual RERF grant. It will be awarded in the amount of $15,072 this year, which is going to be used for a large-scale exercise surrounding a radiological event.
That acronym is the Radiation Emergency Response Fund.
Yes. And the request is that the commissioners accept this grant.
Okay, a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to accept the Radiation Emergency Response Fund grant.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor to accept the RERF grant. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So moved. Thank you.
Gary?
Mr. Verna, you are up. Please unmute.
There you go. How's everybody today?
Good.
Never better. You may proceed, Gary.
You're still
Unmute.
muted.
We can't hear you. There. No, not yet. Don't. Yeah,
There
there
we go.
Okay.
How are we now?
Yep, from the top.
I'm the least technology person in the office here at DES. Bob can attest to that, so I apologize.
That's all right.
So this has been a busy year for us. We're at 77 calls for the year so far. And to put that into perspective, in 2016, we only had 50 calls. 2017, we had 59. 2018, we had an uptick of 74 calls. And last year, we had 56 calls total for the year. So we're 8 months into the year, and we already have 77 calls. I'm just going to highlight some things that I'm very proud of my team. That shows their dedication for the county. Our average response time, which is dispatch to arrival on scene, is 32 minutes and 4 seconds. Now, this is significant because the state requires a 2-hour response time from dispatch to arrival. So for the type of team that we are way under the state required mandate for that. Our turnout time, which is dispatch to en route, from the time we get the page to the time we go responding with county communications, is only 10 minutes and 59 seconds, which we have people from all over the county responding. So the fact that we can get units out the door in less than 11 minutes is just exceptional. Our average on scene time is 111 minutes and 55 seconds. Now this just goes to show the types of calls and how in depth the calls are that we respond on. They do take some time, but it's not anything more than 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So the team is very effective with the task at hand and completing everything that's required on scene. Just to show some of the dedication of our members, so far for the year, we've put in 7,725.53 total personnel time. In the last 4 years, and I go by 4 years because this is the 25th of July was my 4th year in this position. And that's when we started keeping track of this stat. Members have put in 32,763.42 hours of total time with the team. That's training, calls, classrooms, that's getting out in the public, telling everybody what we do, showing people what we do. So it just goes to show the dedication of every single member on the team. We require that members give at least 24 hours a calendar quarter. Only 3 members are currently under that time. One of those members were deployed overseas, so they were exempt. We also require at least 10% that they respond to at least 10% of the incidents. Again, only 3 members are currently under that, with one of them being deployed overseas. As I said, July 25th, 2016, when I started this position, we had 3 volunteer members. As of today, all of our lockers are full with 23 members. We did a recruitment drive last month and 4 new members started in the last 2 weeks. I'm proud of this because it's not just putting bodies in positions. 2 of these members, new members, have professional qualifications already through IFSAC or Pro Board. We have quality and skilled members that dedicate a bunch of their time and do what they can for the residents of this county. By the end of October, we'll have 23 trained HazMat technicians. Back in February, if everybody remembers, I asked for permission to apply for the State Fire Commissioner's Participating Department Recognition Program. I'm pleased to tell you that not only did we receive recognition for this program, but we also were given bronze level certification, which means 50% of our members have either IFSAC or Pro Board certifications. By the end of November, we should have 100% of our members with those certifications and can reapply for the gold recognition. Also in February, I told you about the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency's Radiation Technician Directive and certification. We had 10 members at that time certified as radiation technicians. 7 more of our members recently were certified with PEMA, giving us 17 total radiation technicians in this county. The PEMA directive only requires 4 radiation technicians in any given counties, and we have 17. Our team continues to train and work towards proficiency in various high-risk, low-frequency incidents. We continually make technology advances and upgrade to help support these mission areas. Just very proud of the members of this team and the service that they do for this county. That's all I have for you.
That's a lot. That's incredible. And you know, the old adage, leadership sets the tone. You've got your leadership that has turned that around in every way, And of course, that's also credit to Bob Dowd, who had the good fortune of getting you in that position, and you just ran with it. So we really thank you. And I think the citizens have to know that they're much safer having you in that position. And I'm not trying to, and it's not really a good comparison, but this thing with that explosion in Beirut, you know, you see how we monitor now so much better the businesses in our county for those kind of issues. And, you know, we are a much safer county because of your leadership, and we thank you.
Thank you.
I do have a question, Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
Joellen. Go ahead.
Yes, I was curious. I had read or heard somewhere that the TMI funds would be drying up with their closure. Did you hear that, and will that impact you? And also, will there be fewer chances of an accident at TMI if they're closed or not?
Here, I can take that. Yeah, it's the TMI funds, which was the grant that we just accepted, will be drying up at some point. I don't know how much longer that's going to continue. Those funds are specific to counties that are supporting a response within 10-mile EPZ of a power plant. That being said, fuel is going to remain on site at the TMI location for a long time. So the risk is going to continually lower and lower, but there is still a risk.
That would be leaks, though. They're not actually manufacturing new radiation, so to speak. That's why I didn't know, because it's encased, if there'd be a higher or lower possibility of incidents.
I mean, the risk is significantly lower. Not that there's a lot of risk to begin with. You know, statistically speaking, it's one of the safest methods of generating electricity, but there's going to be fuel on site for, and Gary, you might know the answer, how many years that has to stay on site, but it's a long time.
A lot.
Okay, that's a good answer.
And yeah, TMI has always been the focus of that grant, but also there's transportation. It has to get somewhere, somehow. And radioactive material, everybody thinks TMI. It's not always TMI. There's transportation with freight, tractor trailers across our highways. So we have 3 major highways that go through this county, and also through rail line. So our members are prepared for any type of those incidents, and the risk is always going to be there when you have major transportation highways.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Gary or for Bob?
No questions, but I just want to say thank you to both Bob and Gary. And, having been in the position of a county commissioner now for a little over 8 years, I've seen the changes in the emergency services department and in the HazMat, and it's amazing, really, the progress that I'll say we have made here. Obviously, giving the credit to those of you that have made it happen. Thank you.
Well said. Well said. Anything else? If not, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, Gary.